All right. Hey, thank you for joining me today. When I wrote this, I feel like it's gonna be shorter, but let's see. Let's see where it goes. No, um, and this episode is about getting past mistakes and failures, and this really has been inspired um, by real events that happened to me the past couple of weeks. So let me share. No, um, I'm recording this now on a Wednesday, and I'm coming off an eventful weekend. Uh, Um, I went to Baguio with a couple of friends, and it was fun. No, so on the way up, excuse me, on the way up, yeah, normal driving. And to let you know about my car, it's my car has been with me since 2013, and it's manual. That's a Honda City. It's manual. Um, and nung paakyat na kami ng Baguio, nag-traffic na. As in yung super slow na traffic. Ng nakaano, ng paakyat. No? So it was super slow. And during this time, I could feel if you drive a manual car, I could feel the clutch na sobrang lambot niya, na something was wrong na. Naisip ko baka pagod lang, pero it's still working. But eventually, being stuck in that traffic for siguro mga 10-15 minutes na, it was super soft that I couldn't put yung gear, hindi ako makapag first gear. Ayaw na pumasok. So we stopped, we pulled over, and yun nga, pagbukas namin yung door, amoy clutch na, which I expected. Lakas na ng amoy ng clutch. And maraming cars na naka pause din sa side. No, and yung isang kasama ko, he checked with the other kuya who was checking his car. And dun namin sinabi na yung nga clutch yung problem na pinapa-rest lang, sabi niya. Okay, sige, pinapa-rest lang. So we decided to stop, rest lang kami. After siguro mga 30 minutes, that car who stopped ahead of us na nagka-problem din, nakadiretso na sila. Okay, sige. Ganyan. Tapos we made arrangements na rin para sigurado na someone from our group picked us up para to pick up para some of my friends doon na sumakay, some of the gamit doon na nalagay para hindi na mahirapan masyado yung car ko. So no, okay na, ready to go na, nakapasok na yung first gear, I started to run the car, ayaw na niya umandar. Parang ayaw na kumagat ng clutch talaga, ito super lambot. Tapos para oh no, what will we do? No? So long story short, nasira yung car ko, nasira yung clutch ko, nababad siya, and it has to be repaired. I left it in Baguio, sa Honda sa Baguio, for it to be repaired, and then for it to be delivered here na lang once okay na yung repair. And yeah, it was sobrang hassle siya, and if I'm being honest, it was a sad moment na parang, oh man, parang wala, it's a sad moment. But, and I mean this talaga, I'm not just, hindi to pampalubag loob. At that moment, though yes, I felt very sad, I couldn't also help but feel very grateful. Because a lot of things could not have gone our way pa, diba? So definitely the car breaking down, that thing's not going our way. But realizing at that moment that a lot of things could have gone worse. No? We left ng very early morning, so it was dark. But when we got to that place, dun sa kung saan kami nasiraan, it was maliwanag na. And yung maliwanag na cloudy, so walang sun na mainit. And cloudy na hindi umuulan. Mahangin lang, masarap yung weather, hindi umuulan. And it's interesting lang kasi once I got everything settled, dun lang umulan. Diba? So parang the ulan could have happened while we were waiting outside, ganyan. Diba? And it happened in a road na maluwag, so it was easy for us to itatabi lang yung car, and we didn't cause traffic. No, I would have been stressed siguro if we were, and everyone was mad at me. Saktong, I was grateful na nasiraan kami sa tapat ng Nissan. Though yes, it wasn't Honda, but at least nung nagkaka-problem na, we were able to ask for help na from someone na may na expert. No? We were lucky na right after that traffic was Honda. So, yung mga kasama namin, after they picked up some of my friends, they went to Honda first para puntahan kami na para mato. So, my car was towed. Yan. And it was my first time driving to Baguio. So, nakita ko na sa loob na ng Baguio, sobrang dami palang ups and downs na road. And feeling ko, parang mahirap kung doon pa ako masiraan. So, buti na lang doon ako nasiraan doon sa, maluwag, safe. And yeah, again, it sucked, but I had a lot to be thankful for. So parang it sucked less, I guess would be the word. Na it sucked less. And I think that's one thing that I want to share. And one of my learnings from the past weekend was that yes, shit happens, pero parang I could also choose to be grateful na wholehearted and hindi yung buti na lang, ganyan, na pampalubag loob. No. So that was my one story about getting past that particular failure. No? Now, a week before that, I attended the conference and nawala yung wallet ko. So, buong hapon, I tried to look for it, hindi ko talaga mahanap. I don't know if someone took it or nawala ko lang talaga, but I tried to do my due diligence talaga in looking for it, pero hindi ko siya mahanap. And again, that sucked. That sucked. Buti na lang, napaputol ko yung cards, buti na lang, konting money lang yung andon. But what I found myself putting my attention on was that same night, part of the conference was a party. It was a party for our organization. And I could have chosen to sulk and feel bad about my wallet kasi hindi ko may enjoy yung party. But I could also parang enjoy the party, di ba? Parang at one point, nakapag-shift ako and told myself that I won't let that awful experience ruin an awesome party. So nangyari, I had a great time at the party with my friends. Wala pa rin ng wallet, pero at least I had a great time. And with these two experiences, I keep looking back at it, and it tells me one clear message for me. No? And I think this is what allowed me to get past it. This is what allowed me to see gratitude beyond the hassle. And that's what allowed me to experience joy despite the hassle. And it's realizing that things happen, these things happen, shit happens. But they don't necessarily have to be a reflection of who you are. No? I think before I would have been, pag nawala yung wallet ko, tanga-tanga ko naman. Ano ba yan? Pag nasira yung kotse, ano ba yan? Tanga-tanga ko, ang bobo ko. And then I would carry that. And we talked about identity the previous episode, diba? And then I tie that to my identity. And then from there, can you imagine what I could create? But I could also choose to realize these things just happen. That I'm not an irresponsible person. I'm a responsible person who just happens to have lost his wallet today. Diba? I'm a responsible person who just happens to have a car broken down. Yes, there are things that I could have probably done better, that I could have been more responsible about. But that's in the past. What we're talking about is now. And those experiences don't have to define who I am now. If I've been irresponsible in the past, it doesn't mean that I'm irresponsible now, as in this moment. If I was irresponsible 1 second ago, that doesn't mean that I have to be irresponsible right now. That I can choose to be responsible now. And moving forward, it definitely is not a reflection of how I can choose to be, of how I should be moving forward. Hindi yung parang, ay, nawala yung wallet ko, nasira yung kotse ko, tanga ko. Therefore, moving forward, kahit anong gawin ko, tanga ako. Diba? So it doesn't, diba, even if you heard me speak that sentence lang, parang weird, diba? It doesn't connect. Just because these happen is not a reflection of who you are. But a lot of us personalize these mistakes, these bad things that are happening, especially those that are not within our control. And then we personalize it na parang, ganito kasi ako eh. Kaya nangyari yan, ganito ako. Therefore, mangyayari yan. This is the result that I create in my life. Diba? So, those were the message that I got. No? And I want to clarify lang. No? Am I saying na dapat carry on lang tayo? Kapag may mangyari, carry on lang. And that we shouldn't feel bad? The answer is no, definitely not. Because whatever you're feeling is valid. Feelings are always valid. And as a side note, I try to catch myself with this then. Please, let's try to avoid telling people na they're not allowed or they're not supposed to feel the way they do, no? I do that. I do that, but I try to catch myself na parang pag may kuyang galit, masungad, sabi ko, hindi mo naman kailangan magalit eh. Who am I to know what he or she is going through, 'di ba? Para sabihin ko na hindi mo naman kailangan magalit eh. Their feelings are valid. Whatever caused those feelings, whatever triggered those feelings, those are valid. And there's nothing wrong with feeling bad. Um, we don't have to parang say na, I'm feeling bad, I'm feeling down, I'm feeling sad, masama to, parang ganon. No, it's just that's what you're feeling. But what I want to share is, even if you are feeling bad, or even if you choose to feel bad, it's also recognizing that at this moment, is this what you want? No, for me in particular, I've always tried to be the joyful person, mainly because I want to be joyful. So when I'm feeling bad, I recognize that, okay, I'm feeling bad because of this trigger, and this is really a bad something that will cause anyone to feel sad. But at this moment, do I want to feel sad? Sometimes yes, di ba? You've probably experienced that, parang I just want to feel sad kasi malungkot talaga ako at this moment. But will that make things better? At that moment, maybe not. Well, at that moment, maybe a little bit. Pero in general, I think, in my experience, no. No. So what I tend to do, at least for myself, and this is an invitation, is yes, allow yourself to feel bad. Allow yourself to recognize what makes you feel bad. And then shifting to a state where I want to be. Shifting to a state where I can make things to be better. Diba? For example, for my wallet, I can choose to be sad about it. But eventually, I chose to be joyful because it was a party. My friends were there. We were joyful. Um, yung sa car, I could have, I was sad, no? But I also chose to be grateful, and that put me at peace. That actually allowed me to think of solutions. O paano ako uwi, paano masasettle yung car, paano makukuha yung car, ganyan. Rather than if I'm feeling bad and closing myself off from the possible solutions to that problem I had. No? So, it's a choice. And again, hindi siya should. Hindi siya, you should feel good. You should feel grateful. You should feel joyful. No, it's not should. It's a choice. And for me, I guess what worked for me is I chose to be joyful and I chose to be grateful, despite the mistakes, despite the failures. And for me, kasi eventually what happened was I realized that whether I'm happy or sad, sira pa rin naman yung kotse ko eh. Whether I'm happy or sad, wala pa rin naman yung wallet ko ngayon. So for me, I'll just take it. Fine, sira yung car ko, wala akong wallet. But I'll be happy. I'll be grateful. Diba? One thing also I want to clarify with this, no, is we do not want to invalidate what happened to us. No? Hindi ko sinasabi na, nawala yung wallet ko, sige, fine. Or nawala yung car ko, sige, fine. Those are important experiences in my life that allow me to learn. No? So now, I know na when we choose to get a car in the future, um, automatic. Or when we have another Baguio trip, for example, I'll do extra preparations to make sure na nothing like this happens again. Diba? With my wallet, I'll be extra careful with the next wallet that I choose para hindi siya maybe nag-drop or whatever. Diba? So it doesn't invalidate it. I still learn from it. But the question is always, what now? Diba? Sige, I failed. I failed lots of times with work, with whatever I'm doing. I failed. And I could choose to fall into the trap na I failed, ang banuko, I suck, and then stop. Or I could choose to do, okay, I failed. What now? Hindi siya so what It's what now? Anong gagawin ko ngayon after this failure? What will I choose to do now? Who will I choose to be now to help me move forward despite the failure? And with that, what comes to mind really is two words. Forgiveness works. Forgiveness works. Forgiveness works for me. And for me, forgiveness is hindi yung I forgive you in the name of the Father, Son. Yes, that's forgiveness. Or forgiving in terms of, sinapak mo ko, but no, I forgive you. Ganyan. Yes, that's forgiveness. Pero for me, if I may share, the bigger picture of it is forgiveness for me is not letting anything that happened in the past dictate your present or future or your identity. Diba? Forgiveness is may nangyari. May nangyari in the past. Maybe I was bullied. But not letting that event, me being bullied, dictate my present. Now, yes, I was fearful then because I had the experience of being bullied, but I don't have to be fearful now. Wala nang bullies eh. I can be courageous. And in the future, I can continue to be courageous. Kasi what happened in the past, my being bullied, does not hold power over me. Diba? That's in the past. Nabully ako, so what now? I can choose to be courageous. Nabully ako, hindi ako, I can choose to know that my identity is not a bullied kid na nagtatago. I can be that I'm a courageous man that can help other people. Diba? So forgiveness for me, forgiving myself, forgiving, in this case, my bullies, is not simply about, I forgive you, but it's allowing yourself to move forward despite whatever happened in the past. Diba? And for me, the moment I got this was when I was in Makati. Tapos, I was going to give money to this beggar. And then, parang he was limping. So when he was walking towards me, medyo malayo kasi natanawag ko siya, nag-go na. And instead of giving him the money, dahil hindi siya umabot sa akin, I chose to speed off. So hindi ko siya nabigyan ng money. And eventually, I felt bad. I felt bad na parang, bakit ko ginawa yun? I could have given him the money, kawawa naman yung tao. Ano ngayon, kung na-stall ko yung traffic, that moment, I could have helped. And I felt bad. I started telling myself na ang coops ko, I wasn't compassionate, I wasn't kind, I wasn't loving. And I could feel it clouding my identity. Diba? If you listen to my self-talk, I'm not loving, I'm not compassionate. Pero buti, by some divine light, I caught myself. Parang sabi ko, no. At that moment, probably, I wasn't loving. I could have done something better. I could have waited and given him the money. But that doesn't mean that I'm not loving now. That doesn't mean that I'm not compassionate now. That doesn't mean that I can never be a compassionate person. It's just one event. And I can forgive myself for making that mistake and learning that I can choose to be compassionate at every point in my life. No? So forgiveness works and self-love works. And I guess that's what the last thing I want to share now. The idea of self-love. Na it's not, kasi usually when we talk about self-love, una naiisip is pampering session, manicure, pedicure, massage, ganyan. But in a bigger sense, self-love, more than the pampering, is accepting yourself fully. Diba? Ito ako, nangyari to, but I accept myself. I forgive myself. I forgive and I accept myself, and I choose to boldly move forward despite of whatever mistakes and failures happened in the past. Okay? So that's what I want to share about getting past mistakes and failures. No? Na they can be lessons, and you can choose otherwise. You can choose how we perceive these mistakes and failures. And yes, they may suck, but it's not a reflection of who we are. Yeah. Forgiveness and self-love. Forgiveness works. Self-love works. All right. So thank you for listening. I hope that was helpful. I hope you're able to see past whatever mistakes and failures you have happened in the past, and you choose to boldly move forward. Thank you for listening. If you're not part yet of the Facebook group, please look for Dream Nation PH and join. If you haven't subscribed to this podcast, yes, please do, wherever you're listening. And you know what? I would love some sort of rating or review. So that would allow me then to know what type of content to share with you, right? So thank you, and I'll see you, or I'll talk to you, or you listen to me in the next episode. Bye bye.